Greetings. Welcome to the Geomatics Education Online channel, and thank you for stopping by. Today we will be presenting a beginning level problem that is necessary for the Fundamentals of Surveying or LSIT exam. This problem is half of the common survey process referred to as inverse. In this problem we will show you how to calculate a horizontal distance between two coordinates. So let's get into the problem. Question is, calculate a distance between two coordinates. What is the horizontal distance between the two survey control points using the provided coordinates below? We have point number 1 with a northing of 8753.287 and an easting of 6518.922. And then point number 2 is it has a northing of 9438.554 and an easting of 6418.771. So the way I like to work problems whenever I can is to try to break things down into kind of a step-by-step process. So, step 1, compute the difference in the northing coordinates. And this is very simple. All you do is you just take the northing of point number 2 and the northing of point number 1 and you subtract it. In other words, you subtract the northing of point number 1 from the northing of point number 2. Easy enough. So in this case we can see here 9438.554 is the northing of point number 2 minus 8753.287, which is the northing of point number 1, providing us with a 685.267. So step number 2 then, of course, is doing the same process except using the easting coordinates. We take the easting of point number 2 and we subtract the easting of point number 1 from that. So in this particular case we have 6418.771 minus 6518.922, providing us a difference of negative 100.151. Now it's very important that when we're doing math like this to always remember to follow and use the algebraic sign or sign, S-I-G-N. We'll be using the term sign in terms of the algebraic sign as compared to the sine function as part of the sine, cosine, and tangent. So now that we have the differences in northing between the 2 points and the differences of easting of the 2 points, and it's a very simple operation where we actually compute the distance between the 2 survey control points using the standard distance formula. This comes to us from Algebra 1, and it's simply the square root of the difference in northing squared plus the difference in easting squared, and you divide the sum of that by 2 and then take the square root of that. So for the problem here we have 685.267, which is the difference in northing, and you square that and then you add that to minus 100.151 squared, which is the difference in easting, and then you take that sum and you divide by 2. And you can see there that when we do that, we end up with 469,590.8613 when we square the northing difference, and we come up with 10,030.2228 when we square the easting difference. You note there that that number has an algebraic sign, a positive algebraic sign, and that's because of the negative times a negative. So once we have that, then we add those two together, giving us 479,621.0841. Divide that number by 2. Let's carry that up for a second page of step 3. There we see it. And then of course the last thing, once we take 4796 to 1.0841 divided by 2. That gives us 2239810.5421. Square root of that provides us 489.7045 as our distance. And then the last step, of course, is we want to truncate it to the significant figures. Here we started off with significant figures at the third decimal place, so we want to provide our final answer to the third decimal place and also add the actual measurement unit, which in this particular problem was meters. This process will work for any type of unit of measure as long as you're using the same unit of measure, whether it be meters, international feet, US feet, or some other unit of measurement, yards, inches. It's the same process that works across the board. So thank you very much for coming to our channel and going through this problem with us. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and we will try to answer them as soon as we can. Thank you.